So today we have all of the icon strikers. Let's have a look at the list and see where everybody's at. It's been a while since I've done this list and we have got so many more icon strikers, it's crazy, let alone another promo based around icons and heroes. Whether we see them in team of the season, I don't think so by the looks of it. So let's just jump straight in. We'll start by getting rid of a few of the kind of lower tier ones just to make this list that little bit easier to deal with. So if we start chucking people in at the bottom end, I think in terms of especially the base, there is a lot that just are not willing to be there anymore. And it's pretty fair. We are in March coming into April. I don't expect a lot of these bottom end icons to really have any say in any of the tier list, to be honest. That's the whole point of them. They've been out since the start and they most definitely are now at the point where I'm like, they're only okay at best. There's very few that at this point will stay at this level. So even the Ultimate Dynasties, to be honest, some of them are absolutely woeful as well. They are just pack fillers more so than anything. And I think, what do we got? Butra, Del P I'd keep up a little bit. Good. Muller. I was arguing between Hugo Sanchez, but I quite like him this year. Same as Zola. Van Persie's probably there. We've got anybody else? Trezeguet. I'm not really feeling the Centurion, to be honest. And I think that could be where I put most of them. I could even argue Barnes, but I mean, Raquel. I'm not. Some people really like Raquelme. I'm just not a fan of him, especially even in the shapeshifter. I just don't think he's really worth it in that eyes. So that is the kind of lower end. So I think I'm pretty much there for most of them. When we look at the B+, I'm not saying that they are totally, completely, utterly useless, but there is going to be a very, very strong case that none of these feature in very many teams unless you are doing a past and present Arsenal. You haven't quite got the new version of Bergkamp. A past and present Man U, and Van Nistelrooy is the best that you can get, even though there's one for 250, which is very reasonable. So in terms of them, that is kind of where I put them. Now in terms of base, someone like a Butra, I'd probably still go into the A+, even though I do think he's slowly dropping, and definitely the kind of newer card that we've got is fantastic. And this is kind of what they wanted to make. They almost wanted to make the icons the same as normal players, that progression is the one that keeps them going. I think having already the base, mid and prime already sets a standard for them, so they wanted to have the full control. So we now know that Butra at the start of the game, brilliant. He's going to be the card until February. That might be when he gets his next upgrade. It might be when he gets his second or even third upgrade from what we've seen of players. Someone like an Henry, we've seen Thunderstruck, we've seen future Ultimate Birthday. There's obviously been 2 Ultimate Birthdays, and they've increased the base version as well. So you've already got a very good card, and yet another 2 upgrades on top. Same with plenty of others that you can go through. This isn't their first version, which is very nice. Dalglish will definitely go into the A+. I think there was arguments maybe last time that it'd be in the S quite comfortably, but I think this time round we're definitely starting to see the high to mid tier icons, the kind of people away from your R9s, really step down now.
If your team's looking like this, then I have the place for you. Head over to U7Buy for all your coin needs. They're cheap, fast and reliable, but make sure to use JT11 at the checkout for 6% off all of your coin orders.
And to be honest, it was going to happen. I feel like your R9s are always going to be top of the top. Same as your Mia Hams, to be honest. Both of them 5.5. Great playstyles, and the way that they kind of wanted to increase everybody is with the playstyle plus the double. Maybe we see a triple at team of the season, which what that would do is it's almost a perfect progression for them, because then you have, say for instance, you took a kind of a mid tier, say you say Eto. So you got Eto, 1 playstyle plus. That starts the game. Very good card, high rated, high fodder, brilliant. That's what we want. Then we go a few months down the line. Here's an Eto with a double playstyle plus. Granted, Eto's only getting his first one this week, but say we got it somewhere around December into January, say late January where team of the year is, then Eto's got the double. So now it's almost, you can use this one, but there is a better one. Then what they do is, because we don't normally get team of the seasons during, we don't get icons during team of the season because there's already so many cards, we almost get the flush of player bases with triple play style pluses, and it's like, oh okay, fantastic, we've got a Virgil van Dijk with aerial, slide tackle and anticipate. That's fantastic. But now, then after that, it's like, well, here's new cards. Here's a Maldini with the exact same, but a little bit better stats. And then what they do is in footies, they could go quadruple. And it can literally go the whole way to the game. I think it's smart in some aspects, but the problem with that is when you've got your exceptions, your Ronaldinhos, your R9s, your Hams, your Peles, they are going to be far above the curve. It would almost take a replica of them with a double playstyle plus cheaper than them to kind of take them off that kind of top pedestal. It's what we're seeing with a lot of them now is they're just going extinct. They're not even going into the market because A, they're hard to get, and B, you can't afford them, or you just stick with an R9. I'd rather just go with one R9 that's going to cost me, say, 7 million coins compared to upgrading him for just a double playstyle plus for 15 mil. It's a bit excessive. Granted, it does mean that both of them will be top tier nonetheless. They both got the exact same upgrade, bar from the fact I feel like Mia Hamm got the better of the double playstyle plus. When we look at someone like Cruyff, I think he's an easy... To be honest, I'd probably even go in an S plus for him as well, to be fair to him. He is absolutely crazy in every version, and he's getting another one as well. We've seen some leaks for strikers. I think Eto'o, I don't know if it was a prediction or if it was leaked. I know Cruyff was definitely leaked. We're seeing... Who are we seeing? We're seeing somebody else that's a striker. I swear I just got the notification, in fact. We are not sure. There is somebody else that I'm pretty sure is a forward as well. Trying to think of the list that we've got here. Who hasn't actually had an upgrade yet? Eto's got to be one, surely. Whether we see another Puskás. Oh, it could have been Cantona, to be honest. I don't know what the promo's fully around as well, because it's Golazo or something like that. So I'm assuming it's replacing the Trophy Titans, and it's got the kind of record breaker theme. So whether it's about that will be interesting. Nonetheless, we will see that Friday. Cantona, on the other hand, I think A plus now. I don't know. I don't know with him specifically because I feel like last year he was just everywhere. Even the year before as well. He was kind of that top-end icon just underneath the kinds of Eusebio and Cruyff. But now, I just do not see him one bit. Unfortunately, the 90 is going to be there as well because I just don't think from a single upgrade it really takes him into that S if I'm being really brutal for him. Hullet will obviously go into the S+. I think both versions of Hullet are outstanding. I don't know why I've not got the base here, but it doesn't really matter. Every version of Hullet would go there. The 5.5 is just criminal in itself, extinct as well. So we've got at the moment R9's coming in at 13.2, whether that goes to extinction or not again. Mia Hamm at 9, Pele's extinct, Hullet's extinct, and I think that is all the strikers that are extinct at the moment. When we look at Del P, in terms of striking ability alongside everything you'd need to be a striker, I'd probably go into the A now. Zola, I'm just trying to think of because in my eyes, Zola was better this year. I really thought he put up a good fight, but I will probably go there. Stoichkov, see, I do like Stoichkov. I think he's definitely underrated with what you actually get. And I think the upgrade version of him, we'll get onto him soon, but that version is outstanding. Like crazy, crazy good. Rooney, I'd probably go into an A now. I don't really see him there. Same as Torres, Van Persie, Hugo, Smith. I'd probably go the bottom version of Raul now as well. Gerd Muller can definitely go into the A+. I still think he's got a little bit of fight in him. Drogba's close. Could it be Drogba that got leaked? It might be Drogba that got leaked. I'm just throwing names out, to be honest. It could be anybody. Eto'o, I'd probably say now he's dropping in. He's in my team now currently, and I've definitely noticed a drop in performance from him, just purely on everybody else's teams getting better. With the fantasy upgrades, the ultimate birthday upgrades, he doesn't seem as special now. I kind of need that upgrade for him. Puskás will obviously go into that S. Centurion's Rudy, in terms of the upgrade, I'd probably still keep that one personally at A. I didn't really think the upgrade was really that good, to be honest. One pace, one shooting, nothing too crazy for him. Same for Kelly Smith now. Again, she needed the bigger upgrade, which she kind of does have, but not as much. Dalglish will go in the same as him. Eusebio, He'd probably go into the S still. I think he's one of them cards now that is just solidified in the fact he had an SBC, but I don't know if I'd quite go S plus for him anymore. Again, very much like how Henry's SBC went, and a lot of these players, to be honest, they were once upon a time when released the top of the top, but now slowly falling down the pecking order with the amount of cards that we are getting. Henry's 93... Oh, I did like this card as well. Where is he in terms of price now? We're looking at 2.1. I would probably go that for that version. And then if we was just going straight out with the Ultimate Birthday, that is just a crazy card. Both of them, 7.8 and 8.1. You've got the 4.5 or the 5.4. I don't think it really matters for either version. With some players, it definitely has a bit of an effect, but I don't think it does for Henry. Regardless of the version you get, he is insane this year. Whether we see another version later on down the line during the footies, that's going to be the kind of final evolution for a lot of these icons. And already being 94 puts him in very good standing to potentially see a 97, maybe even a 98. It depends on how far they want to take it. Do they do Euro icons? That's going to be the interesting thing to see once we get past Team of the Season, which is a long time. Like we got I think we've got about 8 weeks still of this new promo and then Team of the Season. Good Muller, I'd drop down into the A+ now. Pushgas would definitely stay up, but I do think he needs an upgrade. With the weak foot skill move, he's got the 4-3. That needs to really kind of ramp up because there's only so long that his actual ability in-game is going to hold him up there. Luis Hernandez, nice little cheap beast, same as Barnes. Raul, I would say, is probably into the A+ there. Drogba, I'd probably go the same. I think we are looking at that kind of medium tier. It's medium to high. The A+ is still very usable, but they're just more on the cheaper variety of anything. I think Zola would be the same. Ooh, no, would he? Am I being really harsh for Zola? I do like Zola this year. I think he's definitely an upgrade. What was his double play style again? It's been a long time since we've seen him. He has got... Because I know he's definitely one of the... Well, he is the lowest Team of the Year icon out of the bunch. 520. Yeah, I'll keep him there. Deadball. I knew it was one of them, but I couldn't remember if it was finesse and like a running one or if it was the Deadball. He's staying there. Torres, I'd go... Wow. I'd go A+ still. I think he's still got a bit about him. Ooh, Crespo. Crespo, just for the fact that he can have an evolution, might not be a little bad of a shout, but still not incredible. Same as Larson there. Pele is Pele. I think, again, another one that's had a couple of versions on himself. Still a phenomenal card wherever you look at him. From the 95, it is a shame that we didn't get much of an upgrade as well, to be honest. We've obviously got the 95 at 2.6. We then got the Winter Wildcard, which was specifically at striker at 5 mil. And then we've got this extinct 97, which I don't see how he's going to really maintain actually being there. 15 mil is just a crazy price. But we will see a drop in him at some point, no doubt. But it's just not going to be just yet. Closer, really liked the upgrade. Same as Van Nistelrooy. Very big upgrade for the pace, which has really led to them actually being able to do something. I think, is it Van Nistelrooy that's got the first touch and power shot? Closer has... Which one has the rapid? Is it Ian Wright? We have aerial and power shot for Closer. I think it might have been Wright that's had the upgrade that's well worth mentioning, because you've got the rapid and power shot, then obviously the 4.5 or the 5.4. I think that is a stunning card. Don't know if I'd quite go into the S category, but it's definitely above these two just. Granted, he is a little bit more in price. You got 100k for Closer, and then Van Nistelrooy is coming in at 275. So you kind of got the right order. I think that would be where I'd kind of go Closer, Nistelrooy, Wright. But I think a great upgrade for the cheapness of these two, but then a very meta version of Wright after a 91 right wing, which again was not a bad SBC in itself. Raul puts him on that self in the pecking order again. Very, very good card. If you've been following Raul's journey on this year of FIFA, he's gone from being literally a discard icon that nobody cared, base, middle, prime. Even the moments only got a little bit of love. This year has been fantastic. 74 on the base, which is fair enough. 500k still on that Winter Wildcard, and then a lovely 1.8 mil for this version. Very, very good with that 5.5 as well. Kelly Smith, I'd go one above just for this new version. The Future Stars was nice. I would honestly go Rooney into that S, and I think that is going to be a little bit biased because I do like Rooney. Rooney is one of my favourite, if not favourite players of all time. But what a usable version of Rooney. Because I like these two. I think the pace is there. Obviously, you've got a bit of stats going in. The shooting's decent. There's a little bit of dribbling going on. But the 3-star, 4-star was just never good enough. You then strike to this 91. At least a 4-4, 5 on the pace, an extra shooting, which is just more than good enough anyway, 2 on the dribbling, 2 on the passing. It's a usable Rooney. It's finally something I could actually get my teeth into, and at 700k, really not a bad price. Butra, phenomenal in himself again. Loved the left wing version. Now we've got another striker version, again at the 5-5. The 2 Spanish strikers together are brilliant. If we could potentially get someone like a David Villa in a hero or icon, wherever you'd want to put him, the Spanish up front that you could make, Butra, Raul, Torres, David Villa, where would you go there? David Silva would be phenomenal in between them. You could, literally, if we managed to get David Villa, David Silva, because you've got Casillas, you could do with... Could we do like a Juan Fran sort of right back? That'd be pretty sick. You could, or you'd just go someone like, you'd go Ramos at right back from an icon, because obviously Puyol and then obviously Herrero. If you went for like a Jordi Alba, I feel like he might be more of a hero. Then if you went in the midfield, a Xavi, Iniesta, David Silva, very defensive. A Busquets hero, I feel like he definitely should be one. David Villa then, Torres, Raul, Butra. The Spanish team that you could make from heroes and icons would literally be legendary. So that's going to be something to get into if they do proceed with more icons than heroes over the course of the year. Shevchenko, I felt like was a good striker for the price of him. Not necessarily going to be in the top tier, but definitely decent at the minimum. You then obviously had Stoichkov. He was unreal, like genuinely unreal. I put him highly in that S+. 5-5, phenomenal. Absolutely crazy going forward. We then have Hugo Sanchez, another very good mini release. 5-4-4-5. I don't think it really matters for him either, but a brilliant release for very cheap. You're looking at 340 to 330 depending on which version. Great pace, great shooting, great dribbling. He's obviously got himself the rapid power shot as well, just a little bit better than Ian Wright in my opinion, and I think he absolutely slaps it. So that's going to be all the strikers. Let me know down below if you've got any. Who's your favourite? Have you got an outside shout? And I'll catch you all for the next one. Peace.